We have been researching the average length of a school year, how the school year is structured, and the average length of the school day. Each state has a required length of both year and day. However, many districts decide how they meet the required number of days in a school year and when the school day begins and ends. We will begin by discussing the debate on how many days should be mandatory in an average school year. An average school year is 180 days. Hull says that students in India and China spend 25% to 30% more time in school than American students. 175 to 180 days in school estimates to be about 900 to 1,000 hours of instructional time. Bowles Elementary, a school in Phoenix, has extended their school year to 200 days. According to Rich, this school has added days to increase the learning time and prevent academic loss during the summer. Rich also states that there is a significant academic loss in low-income students. The Debate Club says that students lose 1 month's worth of instruction during a traditional summer break. Extending the days in a school year will afford poor students the extracurricular and learning opportunities their wealthier peers can access during the summer, especially in subject matters schools increasingly neglect like music and art. Matthew Spetch tells us many other advantages to extending the school year. Spetch says that students who attend a school with longer school years will graduate and have advanced skills to take into the workforce. A longer school year will also benefit students as they enter college. Fewer college students will need to take remedial courses, freeing them to instead spend more time studying the subjects they care about. They will be able to earn their degrees in less time and at lower cost. Another advantage Spetch discusses is student safety. Students that live in dangerous areas will be off the streets and in a more productive space for a longer period of time. With every debate, there are always disadvantages. Jennifer Brozak says that a disadvantage to a lengthened school year is the difficulty that would come with trying to plan a professional development class. Teachers often use their breaks for these classes. Teacher burnout is also a concern. Brozak cites that the longer terms will add on the stress of building lesson plans and classroom activities. An argument for an extended school year is that it will raise students' test scores. However, according to a report issued by the Commonwealth of Virginia, research has found little relationship between extended schooling and increased academic performance. In my opinion, the school year should average between 180 to 200 days. Anything more than 200 would result in student and teacher burnout.
Next, we will discuss the idea of the year-round school calendar. The National Education Association states that a year-round school calendar still has 180 school days, but the days are spread out in a usually 45-15 plan where students attend school for 45 days and then get 3 weeks off. As with any other school calendar plan, the idea of year-round schooling has begun many discussions within the education community. According to the NEA, some arguments for this year-round program include higher retention rates due to shorter summer break, more efficient use of school space because buildings sit empty during the summer, and remediation can occur when it is most needed during the school year. According to Catherine Vandewater, year-round school will also be able to replace summer school, which is already being canceled due to budget cuts, and it allows for supportive, continuous learning, which will improve student achievement. Along with the education side, other benefits include reduced stress for teachers, as there will be more frequent breaks, and children from disadvantaged families who may be at risk during long summer breaks with unscheduled time on their hands benefit from shorter breaks. Of course, with every pro to this issue comes a con. The NEA states that critics of year-round education argue that extracurricular programs suffer from problems with scheduling practices and competitions. Parents could have students at different schools at different schedules if an entire district does not adopt the same calendar. And studies have been inconclusive to its academic benefits. Vandewater also expressed many concerns with the idea of a year-round schooling system. The system would hurt teachers considerably, as they usually continue their own education during the summer break, so teachers would have to find alternative forms of professional development and education. The school calendar would also make it difficult for parents who work to find short-term child care for children, rather than being able to utilize summer camps or other full-time activities. Vandewater also points out that many adults believe children learn valuable life lessons by attending summer camps or working. Clearly, there are many sides to this discussion, and I do not think that every district will ever be able to agree on one identical school calendar. With that being said, I do indeed see the benefits of using a year-round schooling system, and I would be interested in actually experiencing one as a student or a teacher before settling on a definitive opinion. Finally, we are going to discuss the ongoing debate regarding the issue of the length of the school day. It has been explained that students need a longer time in the school day to increase achievement. Gabrielli and Goldstein explain how a realistic and attainable education offers a large solution to the educational issue. It enhances children's lives, improves academics, and helps teachers be more effective. The school day focuses on a well-rounded education with a range of subjects. Schools in Massachusetts added about 2 hours to their school day, and after just 1 year, the expanded learning time schools improved their performance and faster than the rest of the state. According to Riggs, a school in Nashville extended their school day. I think it's important to think about all the things you want to accomplish in a school day, and then make sure you have the time to accomplish all of those things, says the school director. The school didn't start by saying they wanted to end the day at 4 p.m., but wanted to be able to fit in PE, foreign language, and 3 hours of literacy. Although some programs have extended their days within wide socioeconomic gaps and have seen amazing improvement in math and reading, other schools who have typically shorter days have test scores which are consistently top internationally. Another side to this debate is that the longer the school year, the more money is used. The nation has approximately 15,000 school districts, and among the different communities, according to Patty Barth, they are all broke. The Center for Public Education analyzed high-scoring Finland, for example, requires the least hours compared to low-scoring Italy, which requires the most. However, adding extra days to the school year could be easy, but it is not cheap. The National Education Association estimates that the average cost would be around $1,200 per student per year. Because teachers need to be paid according to the numbers of hours worked as well as maintaining the buildings with electricity and heat, extending the school year would be more costly. As with any other issue, the debate of having a longer school day has both pros and cons. Occupy theory states that with a longer school day, there is more time to complete schoolwork. This is beneficial to students who struggle with time management. It has been noticed that when teachers have more time to cover a lesson, they do not need to give out homework. Students can begin homework at school with the extra time in the day, and this allows students to have time to ask questions. With students being in school for a longer time each day, they are being supervised, and this decreases the amount of money parents spend on childcare and reduces the time children spend unattended. Mark Benigni, the superintendent of schools in Connecticut, agrees that longer school days have improved academics. He says that it allows more personalized forms of instruction and it creates space for students to have a greater voice in school programs. Teachers have more time with colleagues to discover how students retain material and which students need additional help. Teachers also promote healthy living practices, social skills, familiarity with new technologies, hands-on science learning, and social studies exercises that improve the school climate. Aside from the pros to this debate, and as stated previously, the cost is a large downside to a longer school day. Some have argued that the longer school day will rob children of their youth. The longer the school day will keep children from their interests they have. In my opinion, there will always be a money crisis. With that said, I think the pros outweigh the cons.